We are selling our baby trebuchet. We only used it a couple of times. PM me for a quote. Readers added context. This is not a baby trebuchet. It is a baby catapult. Trebuchet has a counterweight. My favorite kind of correct, the technically correct, the well-informed and in the best places kind of correct. This video brought to you by my YouTube members and patrons. Thank you guys. How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another subreddit video. And today we're going to be taking a look at r/non-political? Yes, r/non-political Twitter. The world is in shambles at the moment, everything is a state, and I don't want to think about any of it, so let's just not. Let's have a look at some funny tweets instead. This subreddit's really funny, I really enjoy it, and I think you guys will too, so give it a chance. Very quickly before we begin, I just wanted to mention that as always, YouTube members and patrons, you guys get an extra video every single week for as low as £1 a month, so if that's something that interests you, please do consider joining, as it's always a good time, and it really helps support the channel. Other than that, let's get into the subreddit, shall we? Hey man, maybe instead of rage baiting, you could spend your time friends maxing and smile baiting. It's this cool new trend where you make people smile and feel good instead of hurting them for literally no reason. I wish that this was a trend. I wish that this kind of thing was more popular than rage baiting. Like, I wish that being a nice, genuine, happy person showing people wholesome stuff performed, you know, just as well as people deliberately rage baiting for engagement, because it is kind of exhausting, isn't it? Living in a world where you can't tell what's genuine and what's just there to make you annoyed for engagement. Just make people happy. Come on, like, engage with and encourage the posts that are there to make people happy. Please, for the sake of the future of the human race. People ask me how I reached an 8-figure net worth after only 5 years in tech. Year 1, 65k, first job. Year 2, 72k, asked for a raise. Year 3, 137k, switch jobs. Year 4, 35.67 million, lawsuit payout from Google commuter bus hitting me. Year 5, 146k, promotion. Surely when you get that payout in year 4, you can retire at that point. You don't need to continue working, surely. I don't know, if I got a 35k payout, oh, that was stupid. Oh, I got an itch on my face and I itched it. Oh no. Well, that's the war paint today, I guess. If I got a payout of $35.5 million, I'd probably keep making YouTube, but I'd be a bit less worried about my bills and making sure I have to definitely get paid. I'd probably hire an editor, to be honest. If you have $35 million out there and you want to give it to a random tiny YouTuber so that they can pay an editor and be less stressed about their work, please let me know. When I was a wee emo, this guy asked me out. I didn't hear from him on the day till he texted me saying sorry and that his bat had died. So I got him a condolence card and a present and took it to the date like, I'm so sorry about your pet bat. And he was like, no, I meant my phone battery. I mean, you lean into that, right? You lean into it. Like, it's a funny joke. It was just a funny joke. It was a joke. Haha, get it? Funny pun. But I'm sure that didn't happen. What? What's up? What are you yelling about? What? Come here. Oh, the chonga. He be yelling for some reason. What's up, mister? Why are you yelling? What's up, huh? Say hello to the video. This is your cat break for the video, I guess. Really early on, but, you know. What's up, mister? What's the matter? Why are you yelling? Was no one in the kitchen feeding you, even though it's not your dinner time? You silly. I love you. You're such a big lump, aren't you? For anybody that doesn't know, this is Hades. He is a Maine Coon, which is why he's so ginormous. He's also big for a Maine Coon. Like, he's not a year old yet, and he's already 9 kilos. He's huge. He makes Artemis, our ragdoll, look tiny. And she is a dinky little baby, to be fair, but he makes her look tiny, and she's older than him. And he's got heterochromia, or homophobia, should I say. And he clearly wants to leave. So there you go, mister. Goodbye. Therapist. What's wrong? Me. If I do the Borat voice once more, I'll be getting a divorce. And who told you that? My wife. That's funny. There's a funny joke. My wife. Classic. Doesn't make any fucking sense that Cinderella had a different shoe size from every other bitch in that town. Well, I mean, if the fairy godmother made her shoes custom, they probably fit her feet exactly without any room for variation. Then how the f could fall off? So this is actually explained in the original Cinderella, right? Once again, Disney taking a story, taking a fairy tale from the Brothers Grimm, changing it and making it make less sense, right? So originally, one, it wasn't a glass slipper. I believe it was a fur slipper. And two, the ball wasn't one night. It was like multiple evenings, but she had to leave at midnight every time, right? And the prince got his servants to put tar on the steps. They made the steps like really sticky so that when she was running away, she would get stuck. She got stuck, stepped out of the slipper and carried on running, right? And also in the original, sisters would cut off pieces of their feet to try and make them fit into the slipper. It was a pretty fucked up story. But yeah, it actually did make more sense in the original as to why it fell off and why, like, you know, it perfectly fit her feet and such. So yeah, it made more sense, but it was darker. I believe he also beheaded her sisters, so this range will be studied one day. I'm actually quite glad he escaped being just the Twilight vampire guy. So am I. I really like him in pretty much everything I see him in now. I don't like Twilight. I'm sorry if you like Twilight, I'm sorry, but God, that film was just the most garbage I've ever seen. Was not a good film. Just, I'm sorry. But Robert Pattinson is great in so much stuff now. They didn't even include the King. Him playing a French prince in that. So good. Great range. How come major film studios keep being like, Jared Leto may have allegations, but at least he looks weird, stars in box office bombs, and is not a good actor? The opposite of what I just previously said. I don't understand why Jared Leto keeps being in stuff. Is he in Scientology? That would explain some things. If he was a part of Scientology, maybe. I don't get it. I don't think I've seen... He's been in 2 films that I can think of that I like, and one of them wasn't his character that I liked, right? Fight Club is a good film. Jared Leto's defining moment in that film was getting the shit beaten out of him. And what's it called? The Outsider is an okay film. It doesn't have very good ratings, but I enjoyed it, about a white American guy joining the Yakuza. That film was alright as well, and that's kind of it. Nothing else that he's been doing has been any good. A customer couldn't decide between 2 desserts, and her boyfriend said, just get both, it's your day. And I was like, OMG, is it your birthday? And she said, no, he says that every day. Hell yeah, we love a supportive boyfriend. Yes. That's what we love to see. Fucking love it. Amazing. In my culture, we love food. It's so important. Oh, really? In my culture, we fucking hate food. We never eat it. We've never eaten. Yeah, like, I've never really understood the statement. But yeah, doesn't every culture like food? Like, every culture has important foods and dishes that they love eating and likes eating food, right? Yeah, there's, you know, there's the jokes of like, oh, British food is terrible. And like, you know, a huge part of that is the war. But that happens. Every country that has gone through a famine of some kind usually comes out of it with some kind of specialty or national dish or cuisine, right? Stereotypical French food being snails and frogs. That happened because of famines in France, you know? These things happen, and then they just become specialties and things that people keep eating. But every culture likes food, and every culture needs to eat food. Well played, horses. Well played. Then versus now, and you just know that that horse is inside that carriage being pulled by a car that's like, you know, the power of this car that is currently transporting me was actually named after my ancestors. They use horsepower, a method to refer to how powerful a car is, named after, obviously, the greatest race, horses, currently being pulled along. We used to pull these carriages once upon a time, not anymore. No, now we're pulled by machines with power named after our superiority. Just total snob horses. Every fitness brand is like, we are the rebels, the ones who dare to be different and change the game. For example, here is a grey t-shirt. Yeah, or here are the same sneakers that we've been selling for the last 50 years, only now they're made of worse materials and will break after a year. Progress. Got flagged by airport security because my son had a magic 8-ball in his backpack. 2 TSA agents debated whether it was okay. My husband said, if only we had a simple way to answer a yes or no question. Crickets. That would be a really funny way to solve it. But also, I'm sorry to say, it depends on the size of the magic 8-ball, but according to Google, a magic 8-ball contains approximately 3.5 US fluid ounces, and TSA can only let through 3.4 fluid ounces. So technically, you're 0.1 fluid ounce over. Now, if it's a slightly smaller magic 8-ball, then it would probably be fine. But I'm just saying, on average, it wouldn't pass. I'm sorry, but it wouldn't pass. So that's so stupid, isn't it? It's nothing worse than accidentally becoming an important partner at your job. When everybody sees you walk in and they say, "Oh, thank God you're here." Can't relate. I mean, technically this is my job right now, but if I'm being perfectly honest, if I vanished off of the face of the earth and stopped making videos tomorrow, YouTube would probably continue uploading videos, and they've just AI'd me in, because that seems to be the direction they want to take the platform in at the moment. God, I'm going to be replaced by AI one day, and it's probably not even that far away. Patreon.com/BlueTheNerd. 5 years later, pains me to admit, getting rid of the headphone jack was correct. It's made every single public space hostile. Civilization scale bad decision. I want to know what the original person here is thinking when they say that getting rid of the headphone jack was correct, because I actually can't think of a single reason. I can only think of negative reasons why you would get rid of it and positive reasons why you would keep it. There are no negatives to keeping it or positives to getting rid of it. At the very worst case, you have a headphone jack that basically no one uses, but that doesn't actually have a negative impact on the phone in any way. It's just something there that people aren't using. In the very best case, loads of people still use them because it means you can use headphones that don't need batteries, have better headphone quality, have better microphone quality, are superior in every way. There's no negatives to keeping it and no positives to getting rid of it. Instead, we've adopted Bluetooth headphones as the norm, which will die on you in a couple years without fail, because battery technology in headphone sets that you have to constantly recharge is terrible. The audio quality is just objectively worse because Bluetooth doesn't have the ability to send a signal as good as wired. Microphone quality is always worse, always worse. If you watch a YouTuber called Dank Pods, he reviews a lot of things like this. You'll know that every single time he reviews a Bluetooth headset, no matter how expensive, the microphone quality is worse than earbuds that he can plug into his phone that cost him less than 30 Australian dollars. It's always worse. There was no downside to headphone jacks. There is only downsides to getting rid of it. Instead, we now have dongles. We just have some more plastic waste to add to landfill when the wire splits in 3 weeks. Like, this is a worse option. Give me my headphone jack back. Please. Please. I love it when they draw you a carrot on top of a carrot cake to remind you that this ain't no ordinary cake you're dealing with. I don't like carrot cake, so I'm glad when they do this. Controversial opinion, possibly. I don't like carrot cake. The icing in it is always bad. It's never good icing. Like, please at least put good icing in it. Why is carrot cake icing always this specific brand of just not nice icing? Second of all, the cake, half the time they have bits in them. They don't like blend the carrot up properly, so it's all bitty and gross. I don't want my cake to be chewy. I want to have a nice cake that's like a comforting experience to eat because I'm eating cake. F carrot cake. Carrot cake and like the cakes you eat at Christmas, like Christmas puddings and like just Christmas cakes in general that have like fruit and shit in them. All of them. They're all garbage. I hate all of them. The biggest scam of all time was convincing kids that Wikipedia, a free source of unlimited information, isn't reliable, when there's literal sources at the bottom and a strict editing policy. So this is actually something that has improved, because Wikipedia wasn't always as reliable as it is now. This has improved. But also, I feel like a part of it was teaching kids to find sources and information without just relying on Wikipedia, right? The goal was to be able to source information and find your sources without relying on something like Wikipedia, I think was the goal right there, right? But the thing they didn't tell you is that you could go to Wikipedia, find the sources, and then just cite those sources instead of Wikipedia, and you'd still pass. That was just something you could do. So, I don't know. Prettiest woman I've ever seen in my fucking life comes in my store today and buys a dog leash. Ask her what she's getting it for, because I'm stupid. And she goes, "Oh, it's for bad girls who don't behave. And brother, let me tell you, oh my God, she was flirting with you." She was what? Yeah, I'm sorry, but she was definitely flirting with you. This was, you were getting flirted with. I'm sorry to say it. You missed that. Just like that high school crush that you look back on 10 years later and go, they were flirting with me, oh my God. That's what happened. That's what happened. Once again, just proving to the world that lesbians are completely oblivious when it comes to people flirting with them. In Shrek 2001, Donkey reveals that he is colorblind. This explains why he is the only one not afraid of Shrek, since he just sees him as a normal guy with strange ears. Fun fact, I am colorblind, and I do tend not to see green skin. Characters like Yoda, for example, just look Caucasian to me in terms of skin tone. I hate that. I hate Caucasian Shrek and Yoda. I really do. I truly hate that. That's the worst thing I've ever heard and the worst thing I've ever seen. I hate that so much, and that's where I'm going to end the video. So thank you very much for watching. Yeah, that's a thing. If you would like to support me in making more content like this, then I have a Patreon in the description down below, or equally you can click on that join button on the channel to support me. It helps a lot more than you might realize, but by no means should you feel like you have to. I'm going to keep making content regardless. But a huge, massive special thank you to all of the wonderful YouTube members and patrons that do support me. All of your names are on screen right now. It genuinely helps so much, and it genuinely means so much. So thank you to everybody that does, genuinely. YouTube members and patrons, you guys get an extra video every single week for as low as £1 a month. That equates to about 25p per video. So if that's something that interests you, please do consider joining, as it really helps support the channel. It's really warm in here. The sun is out today. It's been really cold the last week. It's so warm again today. Why? God, why? Thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Peace out.